This article is from Prevention Magazine, April 2024. Walk away stress. We asked readers, "Why do you walk?" and were blown away by the answers. We think you'll be so inspired by these winning contest entries that you'll want to lace up your shoes and head out for your own soul-soothing treks. You'll see 5 of our favorite guided walks here too. Walking is one of the strangely beautiful things most of us find ourselves doing every single day, perhaps without ever thinking about it. We walk down the aisles of the grocery store, gaping at all the varieties of granola. We walk our dog to the park to do their business, even in the rain. We walk that extra couple of blocks to the new sushi place on Friday night because we couldn't find parking nearby. But let's stop and think about it. Right there, contained in your 2 feet, is one of the healthiest habits you can take up for both body and mind. The motion of moving forward allows oxygen and blood to flow through your body, says Jennifer Walsh, the author of Walk Your Way Calm, a guided journal for uncluttering your mind with every step, which includes the walks on the following pages as well as dozens more. The minute your feet hit the ground and start moving, it's a rush of blood flow to the brain. This is important for many reasons, she explains, not least of which is that it helps your brain do its job. And regular exercise triggers the release of feel-good endorphins, which research has shown can help alleviate depression and anxiety. Walking also helps you get unstuck from your thoughts, she says. One of the best things about walking is that you don't need special gear to do it. A supportive pair of sneakers or walking shoes, a bottle of water, some can-do spirit, and you're good to go. A gentle walk can be enough to completely change your mood, says Walsh. And when you walk with friends, family members, or co-workers, you get an added boost because you're clocking quality time connecting with other people. Want to up the benefits even more? Skip the treadmill and take your walk outdoors. Exposure to nature has been linked to improved attention span, lower stress levels, better mood, reduced risk of psychiatric disorders, and even increases in empathy and cooperation, says Marissa Cohen. Contest-winning entry by Carol Kahn Supergoal of Woodstock, New York, says, "I walk because of my mother, who escaped Nazi Germany and lived to be 99. After the age of 72, she gave up driving and walked everywhere. People would offer her rides, and she would politely decline. She became known to many as the little lady who walks. She inspired me to take up walking to keep up my own health. At 79, and as a 10-year survivor of stage 4 breast cancer, I now proudly take on the mantle of the little lady who walks." Ready to get started? Turn the page for inspiring walks and more stories to help you get to a peaceful state of mind. Guided walk, touch walk. Many of us have forgotten what it is to be childlike, to touch and explore the living things around us, to feel how connected we are. When we touch living things like microorganisms every day, it helps build our immune systems. Bacteria living in the dirt around us have been linked to decreased inflammation and lower stress levels, and all you have to do to reap these benefits is touch them. You can do a touch walk anywhere. Are you walking in a friend's neighborhood? Reach up and touch that leaf hanging above you. Are you on vacation? Seeing vegetation you've never seen before? Whatever you're reaching for, be sure to touch it gently first. This will not only help you slow down and process what you are experiencing, but also prevent you from grabbing a handful of prickly leaves. Extra credit. Consider how each new texture feels as you touch it. What does it remind you of? Sarah Parks from Creedmoor, North Carolina says, I'm the mom of a 3-year-old with sensory issues who experiences the world differently than most toddlers. It's great walking with him and seeing how he interacts with nature. He sees things I would normally pass by. When we walk together, we get to experience a close-up view into what the earth is truly made up of and how we fit into this world. Guided hill walk. Walk or drive to the nearest hill in your neighborhood. Slowly make your way up the hill and observe how your body feels and which muscles seem to be working hardest. Notice the ground beneath you. Is it rugged terrain or a grassy hill? Can you smell the ground and air around you? Turn around and walk downhill. Are you carrying yourself differently than you did on your way up? Walk up and down the hill a few times. This is more about experiencing the movement you are putting your body through than challenging yourself to reach a high intensity. Extra credit. Stop at the highest point and take in the view. What do you see? Where do you want to walk next? Lindsay Gutierrez from Nashville, Georgia says, in 2022, I donated my left kidney to a fellow veteran, and post-surgery, I was in a lot of pain. The doctor said the best thing I could do to help my recovery was walk. I started with getting out of the hospital bed and walking to the door in my room. Then I'd walk around the transplant ward. These days I walk because the healing process is a lifelong journey to help me regain my strength, both mentally and physically. Last March, I hiked to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro with a group of kidney donors to bring awareness to living organ donation. Walking was the catalyst for me to encourage and empower others. Birding walk. Take a walk through your neighborhood, a local park, or anywhere you enjoy the outdoors to spot and identify local birds during different times of year. Grab binoculars if you have them, but if you don't, no problem, to view bird life in detail. Go to the nearest trees you can find, walking slowly and quietly. Look around at places birds commonly perch: tree branches, telephone lines, street lamps, and bushes. Eventually, you may be able to identify birds by their sounds, so spend some time listening to the tunes they create. Recent research tells us that hearing or even seeing birds can make us feel calmer, and the effects last all day. Extra credit. Keep track of how many birds you've seen and pull out your phone to snap photos of your favorites. Elizabeth Beckelman from Yardley, PA says, after I finished early morning radiation treatment for breast cancer, I realized that if I could wake up early for treatment, I could wake up early for anything. So now every day I hit the pavement at 5:45 a.m. with my walking partner Laura. I walk for my physical health, for my mental health, and because I have someone else depending on me to show up every morning. It has been the best and most positive change in my daily life. Scent walk. We spend so much time indoors that we're often cut off from the scents of the natural world. Freshly cut grass, midsummer rain, crisp fall leaves. Once you tune in to the odors around you, you'll begin to understand when in the year different smells occur, such as when lavender blooms. You're not limited to the sense of nature. Maybe your local restaurant makes the best Italian food, and every time you walk by it, you inhale the smell of its garlic dishes. Set out for a walk at your own pace, then take a deep breath through your nose. Think about what time of year it is, as this can help you identify the aromas around you. Extra credit. As you take in the scents that surround you, pay attention to any childhood memories they may stir up. Sheila Davis from Hudsonville, Michigan says, during the COVID lockdowns, I would walk for miles every day. I learned some great lessons. Move while you're healthy. Don't sweat the small stuff. Look around and find the beauty in the little things. Be kind to yourself. Be thankful. Explore, and don't be afraid. I continue to walk for self-care. It keeps me in shape and energizes me. I can sort things out in my head, release frustrations, and focus on good and truth. And spiritually, I can be mindful of just how big and beautiful our world is. Sheila Davis from Hudsonville, Michigan says, during the COVID lockdowns, I would walk for miles every day. I learned some great lessons. Move while you're healthy. Don't sweat the small stuff. Look around and find the beauty in the little things. Be kind to yourself. Be thankful. Explore, and don't be afraid. I continue to walk for self-care. It keeps me in shape and energizes me. I can sort things out in my head, release frustrations, and focus on good and truth. And spiritually, I can be mindful of just how big and beautiful our world is. Spirit walk. Thich Nhat Hanh, the renowned Buddhist monk, taught people to walk as part of their spiritual practice. The same has been true for people of all religions for millennia. For many, the link between walking and worshiping is that getting close to nature makes them feel closer to a higher power. Whether or not you are religious, you can use this type of walk to summon gratitude for the natural world. Start by focusing on your breath and your footsteps as you walk so you can settle into mindfulness. Then you can begin to pray or simply think about what you are grateful for. Extra credit. Write down an affirmation that is meaningful to you. Take a moment to reflect on it as you walk. Kelly Oblizalo of Union, Washington says, I have been a daily walker for 374 days now. That's also how many days I've gone without alcohol. After hitting rock bottom, I began my first day of sobriety with a morning walk, mostly because I had no idea what to do with myself. Something inside me said to go outside and put one foot in front of the other, so I did. That morning walk became a daily habit that keeps me grounded, focused, and feeling healthier than I ever have. Get the book, Walk Your Way Calm. There are 101 guided walks in Walk Your Way Calm. $25, prevention.com/walkcalm. And any one of them could be your ticket to a more stress-free day.